Hi, my name is George Wills, and today I'll be talking to you about my interpersonal skills, personal skills, self-development and knowledge so far this semester. I'm reflecting upon what I've learned and discovered in terms of my strengths and weaknesses thanks to the assignment set, but also how I can continue to maintain and develop my strengths and improve upon my weaknesses in the next few weeks and semester. And furthermore, talk about how these improvements are necessary now because they'll be beneficial in the long term in terms of working in the marketing industry. The transition I've had to undertake in moving from sixth form to university and studying marketing has been hard to accept due to the change from being spoon-fed and given all the necessary information at my sixth form Queen Lewis Grammar School. To get the outlining information from university but having to teach and develop it myself has definitely been a different approach. Personally, I've taken it in my stride and seen it as a positive change, as this will help me get through to the real world and adapt when I have to complete market research for any large corporation, where I will be set a brief and therefore must work with it and mould my ideas myself to make it work, and not expect the corporation to tell me what to do. Furthermore, personally, I've seen this transition in a positive fashion due to the fact that it allowed me to change from 3 subjects at my sixth form, in which I found business was most enjoyable, and furthermore marketing in this subject to be the most enticing, and coming to university has helped me to explore the subject and its many other avenues and hopefully help me enter the marketing workforce. Throughout my first semester, I've been able to work out my skills and performances at university, and therefore work out my strengths and weaknesses and self-analyse on how to improve myself. In doing the personal performance factor sheets, including the Honey and Mumford test, I've learned that I am an activist and kinetic learner, and I'm able to learn by doing something. This can equate to brainstorming, problem solving and group solving when revising or learning new information through my own research or information given to me. Through the past few weeks, we've been carrying out multiple choice questions and enterprise and use sections, and more recently, exam style questions. These have been increasing in difficulty, which I have been finding difficult and arduous, but through perseverance, I am aiming to improve my performance by revising more thoroughly and improve my strengths and weaknesses. One of my core strengths is also one I've worked on due to realising it was a weakness in past studies at sixth form, and that is the fact that I've been easily able to note take and listen to lectures in the past few weeks that I've started at uni to a standard that is legible and helpful when I come to review them in the future. This skill has been helped by my investment in technologies such as a Bluetooth keyboard for my iPad to help with keeping up with the fast-paced note-taking of marketing lectures at university. I see this as an important skill in future jobs as a marketing manager due to the fact that I will need to carry out taking notes on what the brief is about and what they desire to form the skeleton of the work I will need to carry out to satisfy their brief to the highest standard possible. In terms of surrounding the marketing subject, I've realised that I have the ability to work as a team. As using the group chat involving all the marketing members, we've been able to work together to help each other out if we have become hindered by work or simply in finding where the lecture is at. I see this strength as an important factor in the marketing industry, as I will have to work in a team to complete the briefs to an optimal standard, and I personally can't complete all the work on my own. The investment in technology has also aided me in terms of organisation, which I now see as a strength but in previous education had hindered me due to the use of tangible folders, leading to me losing work or misplacing and falling behind in my studies. But I've been able to resolve this problem by removing the need for tangible folders by taking notes on my iPad and inserting them into folders on the device. This has allowed me to date them accurately and allows me to better relocate the work when recollecting and revising information for future purposes, such as any tests or assessments set. As personally, I see this strength as an important factor in the real world. As a marketing manager, I must be able to organise projects that I'm working on and reduce confusion to any teammates that I will have to collaborate with to complete briefs set by the corporations. But in all strengths, I've learnt my weaknesses and have created the building blocks and improved my performances so far. For example, my ability to make sure that I'm on time has been lacking this year, and through trial and error I've been able to accommodate for this by employing technology again, such as an alarm that is recurring every 5 minutes to make sure that I stay awake and not just one that I will ignore. But I can attribute this weakness to the transition, as I used to be woken up by my parents, and therefore I feel like I'm developing into more of an adult by doing this, and therefore becoming more ready for the workplace. As attending meetings and deadlines on time is vital in the workplace, and working up the ladder of corporations is what I want to do. As if any deadlines are missed, there won't be any reuse, and I could easily be fired. Another weakness I have discovered is the lack of knowledge I have carried over from sixth form to use in my lectures and seminars in answering questions, as I have previously studied business for the last 2 years at my sixth form, and therefore need to use this information to help with my studies in marketing at university, which I hope to improve by rereading my notes and using them when necessary in my studies this year to help back up the new knowledge I've discovered in the lectures and my own research. This weakness must be improved if I am to excel in the marketing workplace, as it is absolutely necessary that the information I've learned at university is carried over into the workplace, as I will have to have the knowledge to carry out the job set by my manager or the corporation's brief. My plan of action for next semester is to implement the building blocks to strengthen my weaknesses, such as setting an alarm and allowing enough sleep to allow me to be fresh and ready for my lectures the next day. Another plan is to bring out more of my knowledge by rereading my marketing notes from last year. And finally, I need to implement my knowledge of the type of learner I am and use mind maps more often when rewriting notes for revision. Thank you very much for watching.